You know that awkward moment when you're traveling, you got no structure, but you wake up to catch the sunrise, and well, let's just say there isn't going to be much of a sunrise this morning. Who on earth am I China kid? I have accidentally done an all-nighter. I haven't set any alarm. Literally last night, just on the phone to my friends back home, of course being 8 hours ahead of the UK, it's very easy to do that. Not only that, but of course editing some videos as well. I literally edited the video that I filmed yesterday. I've already uploaded it to my channel, even though it's not going up on YouTube until what, I think the 17th of July. I mean, it is 6 o'clock in the morning, but that's an interesting way to start the day. But then again, I'm talking to a camera. Editing videos and catching up with family and friends, it's very easy to get carried away. And lo and behold, the next thing I know it, the sun is, well, it is rising, you just can't see it. On a normal day, we'd have a lovely great orange sunrise. Unfortunately today, that is not the case. It's, yeah, not particularly very nice weather today. Like the majority of my week here in the Ha Long Bay area, unfortunately, it's just rained and rained and rained. As you can see, we've got rain in the distance, we've got rain over there. Rain is going to be coming from everywhere. It is a shame about the weather. I was actually booked today onto like a ocean cruise. I had like a boat tour. It was very similar to like I did last week in Langkawi and in Borneo, Kota Kinabalu back in Malaysia, but unfortunately yesterday that was cancelled due to, I guess, the weather warning that there is in this region. It is frustrating, but I got my nearly 600,000 dong back in return through Viator, which was nice. Of course, now I can use that to find something else when, hey, next week we're in Da Nang, the week after in Hoi An, and of course everywhere else I'm going in Vietnam, we can use that money for something else. It must be said though, there are so many active people out and about this morning. There's like a dance club going on down there, there's a yoga session, got people running up and down, I've even got people walking backwards along the road. The early bird certainly catches the worm here in Vietnam. I think it's very telling about the mental health in the area. To see so many people working and exercising before their responsibilities for the day, it's refreshing and definitely something we could learn from in the West. Just like that, back at the hotel room, I am shattered. Today is basically a write-off as it is with the weather that is coming in. I've just had a look at the weather app on my phone, and yeah, it's safe to say it's no wonder my tour was cancelled as a precaution. With the weather not looking too good, once again, look, all I can say is be cautious when coming to the north of Vietnam, especially during the off season. It's just gone 4:45 and yeah, don't worry, I haven't just woken up, I had a shower. I'm only kidding, I got a bit of editing done this afternoon, but it does feel like, it kind of feels like I've wasted a day. That being said, there's not a whole lot I could have done. As I said earlier, my tour today was unfortunately cancelled due to the weather, and although it's not raining now, I can see on the road it is damp. It definitely has lived up to its expectations, the weather. That's the fun of travelling Vietnam at this time of year, well, especially the north anyway, where of course the weather it's just not quite as warm as it is down south. And thankfully tomorrow that changes. Tomorrow I'm heading to Da Nang, which isn't south, it's more in the middle of Vietnam, it's around here, and of course on the coast as well. I'm really looking forward to Da Nang. It's said to be like the Miami of Vietnam, so it'll be interesting to see how that compares with the real Miami. Of course I headed there in May, so to compare the two will be really fun. Of course this morning I was a bit taken back by a bizarre exercise regime that a couple of the people that were around me were participating in. Walking backwards. Now, I'd never seen that before. And there's actually an entire website talking about the Vietnamese walking backwards. It seems to be a pretty big deal here. Walking backwards is an exercise that is used in Vietnam for its health benefits, including improved range of motion, increased flexibility, cross-training, and stroke rehabilitation. Seems to be a pretty big deal here in not only Vietnam but all across Asia, which is just really something I've never seen before. I'm not going to keep calling it bizarre because of course it seems to just be a thing here. Walking backwards, it has its health benefits, which I guess no one in the UK has realised yet. Now I just backpacked around Malaysia for a month, which is said to be the unhealthiest country in Southeast Asia. They have an obesity rate of 31.3%, which is about 1 in 3 people. Now that's compared to Vietnam, who don't seem to eat in very big portions. Plus, they're all outside walking backwards at 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh dear. Oops, I don't think I was meant to see that, but it's a very, very chilly evening out here in Ha Long Bay, and I am not dressed appropriately for it at all. A rather expensive mistake. That bus driver's just reversed into another bus. It's a long night for him. 17 degrees this evening, which is it's like being back in the UK during autumn, so it's not ideal for shorts and t-shirt, but as I mentioned before, never planned for this.